Such was the journey. It plays on thee, anonymous, except with me. Prithee, free me from the crafty crevices that wish to have my kind. You may ask, what is there to be found in the ever trying, the staying in pursuit of finding, the seek to ever be real? Lord knows it makes me feel. Such are the ultimate appeal. All I ever wanted was to ponder the realest feel, not perplexed by the voices, trying my hardest not to let the noise in. Such type of pollution that leaves a bad taste in your mouth, all the time making its way down, trickling on your soul. It even hurts to reminisce the onset of semantics, of the hair-splitting kind. They come in groups, not so hard to find, playing and swaying in the turmoils one's mind is in. Though no need for surrendering, we live and grow. So many scars, Lord only knows. I remain a culprit to my highs and lows, a medieval crimson with a gift and curse to flow. To the terrible times I ponder sometimes, the chimes I enlist, for one could not help but find. Their inoculation provide remedies, the type I do not hesitate to share with thee, down to my last. Who could I ask to defend me but me? X amount of insane to live a life of plain. They create the triumphant moments that drags through the drain, to be precipitated in the moments, the cold times, the uncanny of dimes. Like gems, they play on your mind. What a beautiful crime. Chest heaving, all I ever wanted to do was win. Yet I sit here in the most intense of mares, perplexed, induced into my word fix, siphoning the bitterness and scrapes, forming calluses, licking my wounds, developing my amnesia, practicing forgetting what once were the coldest days. With this poetry, in essence, what I'm speaking about with this is basically just looking back, when days was not so simple, pertaining to the moments I speak about. And I think here the most important parts are the results of the moments, which was what was left behind, which is like wounds, the ones you can't close and move on from, the unforgetful, the not so forgetful kind. They leave a mark, they leave effects that they grow on you, they change who you are. And I suppose it's almost like a processing, the process of that situation that I'm looking into, in terms of like your emotions, and when you go to the depth that you go, when things get to you so much that it goes so deep within, it leaves more than a scar, almost leaves a culture behind, because it changes you changes everything about you. And I think for me personally, that's my take on it. Okay, let's go to a new segue. I want to speak about specifically this quote. I remain a culprit of the highs and lows. Now, I really like this quote because I feel like I liked it so much. I felt the need to unpack it. And so, what do I mean? Well, I'm the type of person that not only speak about my pain, I like to, well, just like I like to speak about pain, I also like to think about things that are great. And so that's where, highs and lows. And, I embrace both sides wholeheartedly. In my experience, one could argue it breeds inspiration. And I feel like, obviously, I don't think I'm the only creator that feels like this. In essence, what I'm saying is, for me, I just speak of myself, but for me, I feel it's almost like fodder. It's fodder or fuel. And I feel like that's kind of like what breathes creativity for me. These are the factors that grow you as a person through your creativity. And so, it makes you who you are, basically, or mold you into the person that you basically are, or you eventually become. Perhaps sharpens your tools that you eventually create something that, or create like expression that people can really relate to, because that's the ultimate goal. To create something that people can really resonate with on this, on that level. I think for me as a creator, that's basically the goal, But that's all, folks. And I want to give a personal shout out to all the listeners. I want to thank everybody that's listening. And I'm seeing the numbers, I see the support, and I appreciate. I want to shout out to everyone that I appreciate that. Everyone that's listening, that's been listening, especially since the beginning, But I appreciate everyone that's taking time out to listen to what I have to say. I also want to take a last minute to promote some things I have going on that I think people would, if you relate to what I say here, then you definitely would relate to my other things that I have out there. Recently put out my recently published book, poetry journal, Growing Pains. I would love people to check this out and show some support. on Amazon. If you need any assistance, or you need a link to get directly to the page, of course, Instagram. That's instagram.com/poetry journal. That's poetry, POTRYJOURNAL. Of course, you can find me on Amazon. Just type in Alex Murdock Poetry Journal. Poetry with PO3TRY. That's how the poetry is spelled. So definitely check that out. And if you check the main page, there's a few more books, a few more short stories that I've written. I want to also make it clear that episodes will be released every Thursday from now on. And that's every Thursday. Oncoming Thursday, I will be making sure that I have the episodes ready. So stay tuned. And thanks to everyone for listening. Until next time, take care.